So, where did the name Toothpicks come from?
That's a very Harry question.
We have like the real version and the fake version.
Right.
Give him the fake one, go on.
Okay.
Well, I remember hearing our ex-Prime Minister Paul Keating. He's very famous for his like zingers.
Yeah.
And I remember him describing like the whole nuclear sub-China thing.
Yeah.
And saying that us building submarines in Australia was like throwing toothpicks at a mountain. So I thought like that was a really like good fake story.
Yeah.
The idea like making a band is it's the ultimate Hail Mary. It's like
it's the ultimate,
no money, no chance, no prospects.
it's the ultimate toothpick at a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I liked that fake version.
That's a nice story. Yeah.
Do you want to know the real story?
If you want to tell me the real story.
Make it quick.
It's less interesting. It was like the first thing I thought of, and then I like no one liked it, and then I just like wrote out a lot of other ones, and they're all taken or terrible or both. And I don't know. I like the idea of connecting to the lineage of the bands.
Yeah.
Because we're very backwards looking as well as we are forwards looking. Like we love like 60s and 70s music and stuff like that. So there was something like innocuous and unassuming about the Toothpicks. Like it means nothing. Like what are you going to expect? And then maybe it's like better than you'd expect.
So like, do you guys play with style a little bit when you're writing songs, or do you sort of try and stick to a specific idea of what the Toothpick should be?
I think that I'd like to hear you guys talk about this, but I think the aim is always to be pushing for something that we don't quite know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mishmash, and every single part is very kind of labored and thought about. There's a world of possibilities in every kind of bass part or every guitar part, and that can take you to Motown or classic blues or like even dance or funk or whatever it is. We're all about kind of following those musical wormholes, I think, and trying to create something that sounds novel.
We're still hiding our gems, like like the Appetizers EP was more like here's like a little bit of everything, you know what to expect once we come out with.
But they're also our least favorite songs.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, we can't really say that. They're still good, but like
Well, they were written
Like
first,
if you had to pick some, I guess, you know. Yeah. Okay. It's interesting.
Yeah, my understanding of the process is that it's not actually like there's no particular goal of evoking any particular genre. It's like each song is like an animal or a pet that you take care of, and each song needs its own very specific combination of stuff. Like you're looking for the riff that feels right in this song, not the riff that
You want to
would be
make
right
into the
of-
song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
Like
sure.
the song asks for what it needs, and then that might end up sounding like a particular era or a particular style, but it's not because of the era or the style that we think of that thing. It's because it evokes the thing that the song is supposed to mean.
So it kind of just evolves naturally as you're sort of writing, performing it, I guess.
Yeah.
The songs in your Appetizers EP have a lot of energy, but when I was listening to Gimme Your Love, it sort of slowed down a little bit. Is it an intentional change of style, or just, as you were saying before, was it just something that sort of fell out naturally during the process?
When we did the Appetizers EP, we hadn't really played that many gigs when we recorded it. In the absence of like releasing music, we kind of became like a live band became like our thing. We just like gigged so much and honed that, and Gimme All Your Love was one of our like kind of centerpieces live, and we used to play it like a rock band, and it was kind of ludicrously indulgent.
everyone's like improvising.
Yeah. It was, which is very not the same as the other songs.
Yeah.
But we kind of reined it in, and what could this song evoke that's like more interesting than just the balls out thing? So we kind of tried to find more of like a tenderness within it, and I guess part of that came from slowing it down, getting that kind of vulnerability, but also slowing it down kind of brought the heaviness as well.
Yeah. It's kind of thick as well. I was listening to it. It's like there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Like, one of the great fears is like, oh, people are going to listen to this and think it's like Gimme All Your Love and Sugar, or like a kind of, you know, like it's about sex or like that kind of classic phallocentric rock thing.
Yeah.
But it's actually much more vulnerable and intimate than that, and we wanted to bring that out, and by doing that, the arrangement had to be a lot more subtle and considered and slower, as you say. So yeah, it's a bit of a different side, I suppose.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing, just like it means something different, it asks for something different. It's a lot more tender and I guess sincere than the previous stuff. It's also like quite removed by time. Maybe in that time you just became slightly less ironic. It's also a cover, so they're not our lyrics.
We kind of tinkered with it a little bit.
Yeah, to make it
To
feel more
remove all the
authentic,
romantic
like the
elements.
babiness. But yeah, it's not for the way that we feel the song. It's not inherently romantic. It could be like just a really nice, good friendship. It's just the importance of like caring for each other and having people to support you.
It's a platonic love song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but a love song for
Absolutely.
sure.